Hey guys, Jarek and Mookie here, and I got, I would say 2 games of Halo 2, but it's more like 1.2 games.
Fastest game ever.
So we had a bunch of people rage quit really quickly this game, but I thought
Alright.
this game was good enough to upload.
This was a good collaborative effort between you and I, because you had the beam rifle, I had the BR, and we were just like.
I want
not
someone in
giving
the
these guys a
comments.
break.
I want someone in the comments to count how many assists I got, because I got so many assists this game. And this guy, so he picked up the beam rifle and he was just oblivious to me. I actually shot at him and he still didn't know. He's probably just looking through his scope. Oh, whatever, I'll take that. Pick up the beam rifle, why not?
That's honestly what you gotta do on this level. It's all about the beam rifle.
This level is terrible. It really is terrible. We're not going to talk about that, though. Snipers and battle rifles in this map are so overpowered.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
amazingly overpowered. The only thing about sniping on this map in this specific spot is there's so much clutter in the way that it's actually kind of difficult, but the one thing about that is that they don't have a proper approach. They need to expose themselves to actually get up to where you are.
Yeah, which is pretty bad. I feel like this could have used a lot more tunnels, like underground tunnels and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like going back... there we go, I'll take that double headshot. Going back and playing Halo games, I noticed a lot of things that are wrong.
First assist.
Yeah, there's one assist. I think this is another assist, there you go. But I noticed a lot of things wrong with the design of maps. Like, a lot of Halo 1 maps could be improved so much. A great example is Prisoner and Hang 'em High. Maps that people generally love, I love Prisoner, but there are so many things blatantly wrong with it.
Prisoner, really?
Oh, okay, this is... I don't know how that was an assist. That was such a headshot.
It looked like it, but, you know, Halo 2.
But yeah, Prisoner, I feel like there's a lot of ways, like, there's really only one main way to get up to the top, and this is where they rage quit out. But there's only one way to get up to the top. I feel like there could be a few more routes that are better to get high ground, because once someone has the top floor, you're basically screwed.
You could always just spawn there. That's easy, right?
Yeah, the spawn systems are a little messed up. So, but yeah, that's been the first game. Let's switch to switch to the second one. This second game, this one wasn't my best game. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was just good enough to upload. And if it was on any other map, I wouldn't upload it. But I love this map.
What
This
which
is like
game was this? Was this the second one we played?
No, this is the... I don't know how to describe it. This is one of the good games we had on Turf, and we played this map numerous times tonight. I feel like this is like the map that defined the DLCs.
So what's funny about that particular spawn you just got is I've gotten stuck there multiple times too.
You try to walk forward and you're like, what the hell, I can't move.
You're like, damn it, what the F? But yes, Turf. Oh my goodness. This map.
It is like the DLC map that everyone remembers. Like, this is one of the definitive maps of Halo 2, and I'm kind of surprised it didn't come out on launch. But then again, see, when you release maps for free, everyone plays it, and you don't split the fan base up. So I miss the time of when they just pulled things like a tripwire and supported their game, and kept releasing games or maps for free, and doing events for their game, because that's a smarter, more savvy business decision than just let's charge people out the ass for 4 new maps.
I don't know how Epic Games does it, but they used to do the same thing with Unreal Tournament.
This is me trying to shoot you because I'm like, why is that not hitting you? Oh right, I'm not on the I'm not on the other team.
I think also since my icon is black, it blends in, so you didn't see my icon over my head. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we were on the other team the previous game, so I was like getting confused as to what team I was on. I felt so stupid after that happened, but I was glad the aim assist didn't let me like kill you.
Yeah. Like, I was like, why the fuck are you shooting at me? Is there someone behind me?
I was shooting all around. You can see how twitchy I am there. The aim assist is so important.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Okay, let's probably continue on with the questions before we rant anymore. This question actually kind of just made me laugh, because anyone that knows me will kind of chuckle at this question. This question was asked by John Amakura. Do you consider yourself a casual player or hardcore player? Now, first off, I don't really like the name hardcore gamer. I feel like it's cringeworthy, to be honest. I feel like the term competitive gamer is a better term, because it more accurately describes people personality-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But yes, I'm not casual in the least. When I go into a multiplayer game, and what's more frustrating about this, I would like to make it clear that it is completely okay to be either a casual or a competitive gamer. That is fine. Where the problem is when people from either side start telling you you're playing the game wrong. How about you just let people have fun? For some people, winning is having fun. If you're not winning, you're not having fun. You want to get better at the game.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
not being a tryhard. That's just wanting to be good. And that's the logic breakdown I don't get. It's perfectly fine if you want to play a game casually and just be like, oh, I just want to have fun. Cool. We're doing the same thing by being competitive. And the same thing goes the other way around. If you want to play Smash Brothers casually, that's perfectly fine by me. But don't start saying the game needs to be catered this way.
It's a kind of thing where I've had cases where I used to be way more competitive in like my Halo 1 PC days, and it kind of you expect the competitive players to be ripping on the casual players or whatever.
It's usually the other way around. That's the funny thing. Like, competitive players don't expect casual players to be competitive because it's really only the top. I don't know what happened to the plasma there. I don't know if you saw that.
Halo 2 happened.
It just froze in the middle of the air and blew up. I don't get it.
I think I saw a box like flying by, so maybe that had something
I don't know what
to do with it.
I don't know what happened there. What was I talking about?
Competitive versus casual, and how there's like this sort of
yeah.
between
There's always going to be top players. No matter what you're doing, there's always going to be these people that are above the vast majority of the others. They don't expect other people to be able to play on their level, nor do they expect other people to try to understand the game at their level.
Yeah.
So typically it's not the hardcore gamers ripping on the casual players. The only time hardcore gamers do that is when they get really annoyed of casual players' opinions because they get upset at people wanting to be good at the game and saying you can't have, like, you're not playing to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's when people get annoyed. So
especially when games start being more catered toward the casual audience who has the loudest
Smash
voice.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, the entire game is based around, basically balanced for free-for-all. Free-for-all with items. It's kind of actually really annoying. But yeah, I guess to answer that question, I'm definitely more on the competitive gamer side. I got betrayed by my teammate, thanks. Definitely more on the competitive side, and I'm not casual in the least. I can't even really think of a game where I would prefer to pick it up to be casual. See, when it comes to pretty much everything, whether it's video games or not, I don't half-ass things. I'm either going to full-ass them or no-ass them. I don't do in-between. So I don't know, being good at something and having something to, not really something to work towards, but having that goal where that you have succeeded and you can always continue getting better, but you always, you feel you're good. By the way, I got a double here by blowing up that Warthog.
So that cult leader guy you just killed, that guy was giving us a bit of trouble in a few earlier games because he had a pretty good team, but we kind of turned it around this game.
I was gonna say, I don't remember him being problematic.
It was on that Zanzibar game, I believe, where they were just sitting back and sniping. But anyway.
But yeah, I find it to be more of a problem to, because like I said, most people aren't really competitive gamers in general. Most people are just, they play games for fun. What's annoying is when people, see, this is the disconnect that comes between casual and competitive gamers. Competitive gamers think casual gamers shouldn't have an opinion about balance of games, because they don't really have the knowledge of the game, and they don't care to get the knowledge of the game to understand why something should work this way. And I forgot where I was even going with that, but there is definitely a big disconnect between the two.
Basically, the competitive gamer's experience should be like considered when you listen to their opinions of the game.
See, and this is why it's important. I'm not saying that because it's like you can't play this game casually and you shouldn't. I'm saying that because if it's balanced properly, it really doesn't affect a casual gamer's playing. Like, a great example is Super Smash Bros. Melee. That is an amazing competitive game. I don't know what was going on here. My teammate tried to run this guy over.
Everything is happening right there.
But yeah, Melee is a fantastic casual game and a fantastic competitive game. The mechanics of that game did not hurt the game being casual in any way whatsoever. But for some reason, the developers of the game thought it was necessary to intentionally go out of the way to try to stop people from playing the game competitively because that wasn't their vision of the game. Even though it didn't hurt anyone, and really they were just alienating half of their fan base. And that's when competitive gamers get really salty, is when people start doing stuff like this.
Yep.
And the other thing is when people, like casual gamers, try to say, well, look how much better Brawl sold. Of course it sold better, because it was the next sequel in the game. I mean, didn't Reach outsell Halo 3?
It did.
I mean, that
but
speaks
the
for...
the thing is with Reach, like, it died really quickly. Like, Halo 3 was going on for a long time, and when you have to take into consideration, like, the amount of people actually playing at the time as well, like, how big gaming was during the days of Halo 3.
And that's kind of true when it comes to Melee versus Brawl. Think about how many people bought the GameCube compared to how many people bought the Wii. If Melee was on the Wii and Brawl was on the GameCube, Melee would be the more successful game, no matter of the gameplay mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Too Long Didn't Read. I'm definitely more of a competitive person. I hate losing. I detest losing. It makes me incredibly angry, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that as long as you have sportsmanship and you are an ass about it. And that's another thing that annoys me, is when people think competitive means you're going to be a dick. No, it just means you're going to respect people that are good without lashing out and swearing at them and being immature. Which, unfortunately, in pretty much everything competitive, there's always going to be that guy.
There's always going to be that entire group of people that are like that.
Yeah, and some communities are worse than others.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Halo community.
Oh my god, don't get me started.
You know, that's a good disconnect. I'm going to stop ranting there because the video is done, and you should just be looking at the scoreboard now. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we'll have more Halo for you sometime in the near future.